Hey everybody, welcome to Russo Works. I'm Russo and I do a little work here and there. You're watching Research What? And today is the advanced course. I'm going to paint this little guy using only watercolor paint and some clear coats. It could be exciting. We'll find out. We're going to run the gamut on color. Burnt sienna, yellow ochre, azo yellow, a little worse for wear, Payne's gray, Chinese white, mix of purple from these colors, maybe a different purple from these two, Viridian for the grass, a couple yellows. Like any model you paint, you gotta start with a base coat. I prime this white and put my Krylon matte clear coat over the top of it, so you can see that the paint is having a little bit of trouble adhering. What I find works really well is just taking a little bit of paint, not very much water at all, and just trying to rub it in. Just rub it in, and eventually some of the pigment will penetrate, and pigment can stick to other pigment. It's just not going to stick to the clear coat, considering the clear coat is water resistant. Like I've said before, just be patient, be persistent, because if you are, you can do a lot of really nice and really interesting things. But, you know, even sped up, this is going to take forever, so I will just pull this out of here. Alright, so there you got the jacket finished. I'm just going to go in with a lighter paint. And especially with this sped up, you'll be able to see those colors just fade right into one another. And this is one thing that watercolor can do that not a whole lot of other things can. I'm just going to go in with some yellows, underpaint some things, nothing crazy. I'll finish that up and then we'll move on to the metal. Using a purple for the metal, I'll just sort of skip around here, but it's basically the legs, the chest, the codpiece, and the gloves. Here those are filled in with the darkest purple, and I'm going to go back in with a lighter purple. And basically I just do this for each color, and the lighter and lighter colors just blend themselves in. Next I'm just going to use some Payne's gray for the chainmail on the legs. You can see I base coated some of the other things. Now I'm concerned with the face and the skin tone and the hair, which I'm going to start with sort of a light purple. And with that, the base coat's finished, so I'm going to seal this and move on to the next step. Next step being a wash. Of course, I'm just using watercolor paint, so I'm going to do a black watercolor wash. You're going to notice this does not want to stick to the model at all, so I have to put a ton of this on here and give it quite a bit of time to dry. If you give it enough time, the paint will stick about where you want it to be, and then you can move it around. Here I'm using a tissue to get off large pieces of paint. Then I go in with a slightly damp brush and a dry brush to get off some of the recessed pieces. The next step, there's going to be highlights. Here I'm doing the hair, but generally I'm doing a highlight on pretty much everything. Here you can see I've got most of the highlights done. I put some blue on the gun and on the chainmail. I've put lighter and lighter highlights in the hair and the jacket and pretty much everything else. Alright, and there he is with the little base. We got some grass. We got him standing on a little muddy clump. We could do a little bit more with gloss and matte varnishes, but I think he's looking pretty cool. And here is a high-resolution photo. I think an oil wash would do wonders to this guy, but he is looking pretty good as is, considering that it was only painted with watercolor paint. Of course, that is it for today. Tomorrow we're going to have our week in review. As always, if you like the video, rate, comment, subscribe. Until then, this is Russo of Russo Works Research. What? Signing out.